No, a very good morning to you. Welcome to Romi TV Africa. This is Gossip Hub with today we are only two actually. We are always two. Sisi ndio wenye hatukosangi ever. So today I'm your host Regina Samuel with my co-host today.
I'm your guy Eriko. Welcome back. Niliwaambia sinje huko na nyinyi in sickness and in health.
Man. For worse, for poor. Hatukosangi.
Hata kukua aje, hata kunyesha aje, tutakuwa hapa.
Yeah, and now today we have amazing stories. Kwanza tunaanzia na the latest trending story ya Diana B. Now she came in the limelight and this morning ama sijui kama ni jana. I don't know when specifically.
Ilianza kutrend jana usiku.
Jana usiku. Now she came and made this confession video about her past. She said she used to date like so many guys at a time. One for shopping, one for rent, one for food, one for what. Like alikuwa na pack fridge yake hadi ifungiki. But she never came to tell us that which services she was doing to get this goodies she was getting. But obviously unajua ni nini because anasema she was dating them for money. So
Sadi kuna yenye amesema alikuwa chiki ya married man.
Yeah, like
it was
hadi anacheka by the way.
Anasema it was her best life.
Yeah.
Yani she was enjoying too much.
Imagine hata regret.
Kana anasema akiwa free kabisa.
Ana confess hii past yake na regret.
Mimi nashangaa bahati anajua story kweli ama pia anajua kama sisi. Anaionea tu Twitter. Mimi niliona Twitter.
Iko Twitter. I'm sure he knows. Lazima but how is it affecting him as the direct guy introducing him?
Imagine sasa wewe ungekuwa bahati. Alafu ujiulize sasa mimi nikienda broke. Ude bado atakuwa na mimi kweli?
Imagine.
I think anajua hizo ndio maswali bahati anajiuliza saa hii.
True.
Pia mimi ningekuwa najiuliza hizo maswali but hii confession ya Diana imetupata in shock but hey maze. She's a mother of 3 lakini sasa bahati man. Kama ulikuwa unajua hii story, ulichoma.
Ulichoma man. Did you really know her past? And you went ahead and married this woman. How
do you even know she's faithful to you now? Unajua aje bado sahi bado.
Biashara ni biashara. Maybe she's still in the business, you know.
Ukishaza hizo vitu, huwezi acha. Wilipora alikwambia juzi muulize kwa nini alikuwa kwake. Na nabii akasema alimrape.
Surely. How even are we supposed to be? Kama mtu alikuwa huwa aliripiwa aje, honestly. Maybe she did it for money. Now Kenyans went ahead. So unajua tu wa Kenya kupeana comments. No, a lot of people actually gave they almost 10,000 tweets. So a lot of people went ahead and gave comments. So I'll just read a few. Juni mingi siwezi soma zote. So someone like alikuwa anasema Piers Morgan should consider interviewing Diana B bed-to-bed midfielder who used to bank 10k here, 20k there in scoring bonuses. You'd use your private parts wisely. Kai. At Diana B at 80 will be like, you'd use your private parts wisely. Hapana, don't sell your bodies for shit, for money. Just do honest work and God is going. Dignity matters at all cost. Diana B has undergone more missionaries than Pastor Wake. Wait. Okay. Watu hawana chills. Men watakuja kupepeta Diana B wakiwa wameamini whatever lies the hoes have told them about their past. Anyway, agenda. Someone went ahead and asked, hata mimi nitauliza hii swali. What was the purpose of recording that video? What was the purpose of that confession?
Mbona sahi?
Mbona to show like we don't want to know about
ungekaa tunajua sahi we hate you more than we hated you past.
Man, we hate you more.
We
hate you more. Kai. Surely. Lakini bahati yako deserve hivi. Frame 1 kununua gari, 2 nguo, rent na shopping. Huyo anakawa na pombe tu. So like she used to like range men and look like how far they can go. Akikuja anajua huyu ni wa rent, huyu ni wa shopping. Alafu anasema when they met with Bahati and they started hanging out together, like she used to come with different cars. So Bahati was like, "Hizi gari unatoanga wapi?"
Hadi alisema alikuwa ni ana stock fridge hadi nakataa kufungika.
Na imagine her regret na hii story. Like she was so like happy about saying it. Hana regrets kabisa. Hana like ni kitu alikuwa na enjoy.
Sijui ni kama ni kitu aliagree na bahati ama ni nini. Siwezi elewa hii story iko aje.
Kai. At the confessions by Diana B won't deter Bahati in any way. In fact, you come defending her from the talks you have directed to her. Throwing words to them is an exercise in futility.
Kwa hivyo wanataka wathroiwe shade ndio relationship ikuwe stronger.
Hata si hivyo. Mimi nadhani ama ni cloud.
Inaweza kuwa cloud by kesho tunaweza shtukia ngoma Diana B na Bahati imetoka. Ndio siku wachingo.
From Diana B on this to Diana me, I'm a bit. Diana B, I'm a bit, right? You think all women are better than Diana B? They don't talk about it. Lol, they're even worse. Not all women, bro. Not all.
Not all.
But mostly.
Kuna wengine kuna toja mtungino kwenye ni tuzuri.
Yeah, like they're decent. They know their worth.
Yeah.
And they respect their bodies.
Wait, lakini bana hata kama ni kukosa pesa.
Kai. Diana B says she lacked so much growing up, so haikumpa choice. She ended up with the choice of being a hoe.
Well, why not work? Why not work for the money?
Honestly, kwani watu wangapi wame
grow
up with hardships?
Yeah, now
surely. Somebody like ushaisoma story ya huyu bibi ya deputy president, Pastor Dorcas. That woman atakiatwa shule alikuwa anakuliwa na jiggers.
Angalia.
She came from a very local village.
And did she become a hoe?
She never became a hoe.
Na sasa yako na pesa. Hata kuliko yote.
You see excuse. A lot of people have gone through shit. People have grown in a very hard situations. So your choice. That's not a choice.
Yes, excuse unatupatia. Hiyo ilikuwa choice yako kufanya. Usianza kusema ati hardships.
Makwani ni wewe peke yako?
Yeah.
Are you the only one who have gone through that?
Diana B.
Hapo pia umechoma. But even if it's clout, sidhani kuna mtu hii clout angeifanya kitambo. So sidhani kuna mtu atatumia jina yake like her past like kufool to watu. I don't think this is clout. It was her past. Plus she's even old. So old. Kwani akupata mtu wa age yake? Akaolewa na toddler husband.
Ati nimesikia mwingine akisema ati akona body count kubwa kuliko miaka ya Bahati.
Inaweza kuwa, it's true. Very much true.
Wow,
okay, tuachane na stories za Diana B.
Lakini sawa tu Bahati take heart. Lakini manze, lakini hawase wako na watoto watatu bana. Alafu anakuja kuconfess hivi ni kama alijua hata akisema nini Bahati hizi muacha juu ya watu hivi.
Guy, it's possible, very possible.
But mbona iseme sahi? Mbona iseme hivyo?
Kwanza mimi naweza kuacha. Mimi hata ikuwa watoto watatu.
Mimi urudi kwangu.
Si watoto tunalea tu. Say find someone else to bring up the kids.
Bahati bana. Hebu take action. Hii hatuta men will not continue be embarrassed out here because of silly mistakes, silly actions.
Surely. Jiheshimu pia wewe kama mwanaume.
Don't become a slave of your own love, bana.
Thank you. Now, why blogger Natalie Tewa bought herself an engagement ring? People are going ahead and buying themselves better. Now, apart from being a content creator, sharing her many adventures, traveling around the country and beyond, blogger Natalie Tewa has also had her share of negative publicity. In March 2019, she was the top trending topic with more than 5,000 tweets, reason being a nasty breakup with her Ugandan ex-boyfriend, Naze. Natalie claimed she had cheated on him and also revealed that her ex had physically abused her. Months later, Tewa was rumored to be dating a famous coastal politician after her travel documents went viral. Your coastal politician is Joho. Netizens assumed Tewa was on vacation with the said politician, something that saw the YouTuber stay away from social media for a year. She was also rumored to be pregnant following many of her posts in the recent past about baby items. Now, at this point, whatever I say does not matter because everyone had their own opinion and speculated a lot. And that is just the way I am. I don't clarify or deny because people will always have assumptions. I've learned my lesson of not putting everything online, and I had to learn the hard way. I feel that people are curious, but as soon as you post, people become more curious and want to inquire. So if it's relationships, family, I post very sparingly. No more about sharing everything. I am very careful about what I post about my private life, just to avoid that harsh criticism. That is when, even though she's currently in a relationship, her fans do not know about it. And despite her wearing an engagement ring, she's still not yet engaged. My love language is quality time, getting to know them and them knowing you, and just being there for each other. They also have to be very thoughtful and kind. I do not like arrogant, boisterous people. Sometimes men are a bit much. Like when you go out with your girls and you do not want to be disturbed, and men can be very intrusive and come to your space asking whether they can buy you a drink, and I refuse, because of course, when they buy you anything, they expect something in return. And it is just that process that I try to avoid. So I got myself an engagement ring. Hiyo ndio reason ya yeye kununua engagement ring. So how do you feel about it?
But then Natalie, the way is right. Publicizing your life all the time can be toxic.
True.
Yeah, inaanza ingine inakuanga toxic vibaya.
Utakufa, criticism, harsh words from people.
Yaani hata ukue mrembo aje, hata ukue unakaa aje. Lazima watu tu watakutolea makosa. Na hii makosa tu itakuja kuhaunt.
Okay.
Hadi tu uta feel diminished.
Yeah.
Na mtu kana Natalitewani mtu amepitia nini mingi, amepitia breakup, amepitia abusive relationships. And I think buying an engagement ring for herself, ina proclaim to self love, lakini
mbona ujibuy engagement ring like kwani unajioa?
Ndio nashangaa hadi.
Hiyo ni kukua desperate.
Yaani ni kukua desperate sana.
But again, I understand where she's coming from, because she has said men like expect, like when they buy you something, you have to offer something in return. Like there is nothing for free.
Kama Diana B.
But men wako hivyo, si ndio? Like if they treat you like they expect you to give something in return. Mostly which is always your body.
Not all men. Men wengine wako genuine, but tuseme tu most. Most wakikubaia kitu na ukubali with an open heart. Of course, they will expect something in return. Maybe friendship, maybe something else. But see what, by the way.
But if you're interested in someone and you like them and maybe you love them and like you want them to be in your life, see, you can just treat them without expecting anything in return. So like unawabaya tu hizo stuff no expect anything simply because you like them.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, like
Jamani nimekwambia not all men are like that.
But mostly a bigger percentage.
Yeah, bigger percentage wako hivyo, but pia ita depend na wewe. Wewe itabidi tu muulize intentions gani zake ni gani na wewe, especially if you don't know this guy. Yeah, you'll have to ask you'll have to ask him what his intentions are with you. You at least mkue clear from the start. Okay. You pia men saying ina hawatakangi ku waste time.
Okay.
They want to deal it with haraka wamalizane nayo and to the next stage. Okay, you heard him. Now, Daddy Owen speaks after his cousin's fatal shooting by police officer. On Sunday, November 13th, 2022, the media reported that an identified man had been shot and killed in Umoja Estate in Nairobi by a police officer. The police officer was arrested by his colleagues after committing the crime in front of several witnesses. Now, Daddy Owen now claims his cousin's death was a case of extrajudicial killing by the police. The family of the deceased is also demanding for justice, as emerged that the police officer who fired the fatal shot has previously been arrested and held at Kamukunji police station. Now, Sunny was a jovial man. He used to play football for Mathare FC, then he became a coach until the time of his death. If you go to Eastlands, everyone knows him as a coach. He had a wife and 2 kids. He was a very polite guy, very hardworking, and he enjoyed every day as it came. He ate, lived, and talked football, and he loved music. He was a very simple guy, not complicated, and those guys who were over the moon happy. Then Owen eulogized his late cousin. Now, the gospel artist said the only information available to the family was that Sunny had no weapon on him during the incident and had been defenseless when he was accosted by the police officer. It says a lot. The only information both the police and us family have gathered is that the police officer just came and shot him in the back of the head. We don't know what exactly transpired. In fact, the officer is admitted at the Kenyatta National Hospital right now because witnesses beat him up after the shooting. They were so angered by the officer's action because from what they saw,
Sunny did not do anything to deserve being killed. So,
Wow. First of all, condolences to Daddy Owen.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about your cousin.
True.
I'm really sorry about your cousin. Venye amemwelezea hapo inakaa alikuwa msimpoa sana. Hii ni topic ingine tumeongelelea sana about police killing people and let na job zake unakuja tu unamshoot tu bure. He learned his lesson. But hii kitu inafaa kuacha. This thing has to stop by the way. Police wanafaa kuacha kuua watu bure. They don't have that power of anyone.
True.
No one is above.
You cannot just kill someone out of the blues just because you're a police officer. You're misusing
na two kids.
True.
Even though died immediately.
Yeah, true.
Hata kumpatia chance ya kulive hata
Kidogo.
Ende hospitali ya to Daddy Owen mazee.
True. Now, Kenyan rapper Tom Watima, aka Majirani. Unajua huyo rapper Majirani?
Nimemsikia mahali.
Okay, has opened up about his prison experience having served 11 months. Speaking exclusively to Nairobi News, the rapper said that his experience in prison left him traumatized because he was a victim of sodomy after inmates attempted a gang rape him. Now, you have to pursue what you love. I did not choose the course. My dad chose it for me and I had issues with that. I wanted to pursue music and I ended up fighting my dad because of that. And he decided to put me in a police cell, said Majirani. Where? Wazazi. Wow. The hivyo ndio kunaendanga hitmaker narrated his prison experience and why he was jailed for almost a year. To him it was a punishment. Now when I was in a holding cell, something really bad happened. I was attacked by some inmates known as ordinary people who are used to jail life. I'm a victim of sodomy. Those guys had tried raping me and I had to fight for my life. In the process of fighting for my life, because I'm a good student of Taekwondo, it really helped me. But out of defending myself, some guys lost their teeth, and that's what got me jailed, he narrated. Majirani further noted that he was released from jail only to return to a place he could barely recognize as his home. It wasn't my dad who put me in a prison but that fight. I was in prison for 11 months in Narok prison. When I was released, I decided to go to Eldoret, and because of the stigmatization that surrounds people who have been in prison, I didn't feel comfortable being back home. So I went to Eldoret town, he said. He also opened up about how he ended up as a street boy and had to fend for himself for a couple of months, doing many jobs such as construction gigs and selling sweets. There, I did not know anyone, so I started off as a street boy. I lived in the streets for quite a while, and after some time I started doing small jobs, including construction. I was not yet famous at the time, so I was alone, said Majirani. Now, speaking about he came up with his stage name, Majirani, took a trip down memory lane where he disclosed that he wanted a name in honor of his neighbors who came through for him when he had nothing, because they were instrumental in making his dream come true. Alright, people go through a lot. So when I went to the studio to record my first song, even but I didn't have a name at that time. So I remembered what my neighbors had done for me. I decided to get a name that honored them, and so I went with Majirani. He said, wow. So first tunapata, mzazi alimforce afanye kosa yenye hataki. And then akapelekwa kama punishment kwa jail. But hakuwa sentenced. It was just a form of punishment for maybe a few weeks, a few months. And then sasa kwa jail akakuwa sasa like a victim of sodomy. A man wanted to rape him, and so he had to fight for himself. Alikuwa a good student of Taekwondo, so he was good at that. So akawavunja meno, and that is why now he got the jail term for 11 months. Wow.
Wow, this is a maze. Lakini hii ni topic nyingine watu tunaongelelea sana. About parents kuforce watoto kufanya kitu yenye wao wanataka. Si kitu yenye watoto wanataka.
Yeah.
And hii ilikuwa extreme pia nayo kwa mzazi. Mtoto anataka kufanya kosa anataka unampeleka jela. So yeye
wazazi, especially dads, they have some funny punishments. Zingine sijui.
Sasa itamsaidia hata sio itamfanya kuwa more rebellious hata.
And so if the child was in a position to blame the father, he was so right in blaming him. Kama angeenda hiyo jail, then hangepigana na hao watu walitaka ku.
And that of course when anaelezea na traumatic experience.
Yeah, it's traumatizing. And then kutoka juu ya stigmatization angerudi kwao. He never regarded it as home, so akaenda kwingine.
Kaenda kwingine kutafuta life. That is a lesson parents should learn, by the way. Always take your kids' interest in heart.
True. Whatever they want, kila mtu ako na choice yake. And when someone is above 18, that's an adult. Those people are rightfully supposed to make their own decisions.
Of course.
As much as you're a parent, mimi niko na life yangu, uko na yako. So if I interfere with what I want. Yeah.
Na career yenye unajijengea, it's better than career yenye unaforsiwa kuingia.
True.
So this guy can be much better off in music than ile course unataka afanye. So you just let him do maze. Na hiyo iza maze.
Yeah.
And but kudos to those neighbors who helped him, by the way.
Hapo ndio hata alitwa jina yake majirani.
Hadi akatoa jina yake majirani. That was good.
And mostly you always find that the people who help you in life to rise, they are strangers. People they don't even know. Those are the people that will help you, because at times family will be so critical and so judgmental and so like jealousy. They don't want you to go somewhere.
Of course.
So you find like your own people don't really want you to make it in life.
Yeah, the strangers with them will always come to help you.
Yeah,
we need more people like those, by the way.
Yeah. True.
People who see people as they are, not who they think they want them to be.
Yeah. Now, we go now to some other interesting story here. US takes a gay message to Qatar ahead of World Cup takeoff. Kickoff, sorry. Rest in peace, takeoff. The United States of America has disregarded Qatar's stance on banning lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus lifestyles in their country. A strict Muslim country, homosexuality in Qatar is punishable by death.
Wow.
Right. The country has been for months been warning visitors planning to attend the 2022 FIFA World Cup against homosexual behaviors on their land, and even banned a public displays of affection such as kissing. They, however, welcomed the queer community to attend the games. On Wednesday, the USA national soccer team unveiled its team logo, and it largely featured the colors of the rainbow. The logo was displayed in the team's training facilities and media workroom at the World Cup in Qatar. It is a sign of our values that we represent as an international team in US soccer, and we are a group that believes in inclusivity and will continue to project that message going forward. We have chatted and continue to have discussions as we lead into the games. We have leaned on the message of be the change. That is something that we have been proud of and continue to work towards. Be impactful with ourselves, our presence, and our platform, and we will continue to be so here in Qatar, said Sean Johnson, the USA team's goalkeeper. The rainbow flag is a symbol that the LGBTQ plus community use, a symbol of their gay pride and diversity. America has been criticizing Qatar for its stand against homosexuality, claiming that their ban was archaic and that the government mistreated people who identified with the LGBTQ community. Well,
wow. You know, I'm a fan of football, and I think this Qatar World Cup will be very much different from the others.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it is the first World Cup to be held in a Muslim country.
Okay.
And this Muslim country has very strict rules.
Yeah. Actually, it is punishable by death.
Punishable by death. Now, in the recent years, the football world kwanza iki wave the rainbow flags.
Yeah.
So I am really curious to see venye itafanyika kwa Qatar. Due the football world, especially FIFA wao wenye wanai-host. They advocate for LGBTQ rights.
Yeah, true.
So I am waiting to see how they will do in Qatar. And maze itakuwa normal. Punishable by death. And there is no affection of kissing publicly.
Hata kama si LGBTQ, like a man and a woman, you cannot kiss publicly.
Wow, those countries are very strict by the way.
But they're the same Muslims who are terrorists. I don't think they're in a position of criticizing people for who they are. Because people are allowed to make their own decisions. And I'm not like advising people to be that way, but if someone has chosen that way, then you're not in a right to criticize them. Because, you know, like, we're in a world where sinners judge other sinners for sinning differently. You know, you just choose a sin that is comfortable with you, and the one that is not comfortable with you,
you brush it off.
Yeah, you think other people are so wrong, and you're also wrong because you also sin in a different way. So that's the difference. So I think they're not in a position to really judge them and criticize them, and because World Cup must go on and must kick off, then they have to really like allow them.
Yeah, and but one of the reasons napenda futa, it's because football, it's a free sport.
Yeah.
It's for everyone.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a reason why unafaa kunyima mtu kuwatch futa. This is something which is free, something which is interactive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would wish if Qatar will just yani tu minimize hizo strictness yao. Yani walegeze tu kidogo hizo rules. And pia kuna place fulani nilisoma ati watakuwa na kuna article fulani nilisoma wakasema Qatar kutakuwa na safe houses for LGBTQ, where in those safe houses you can be how you want. The LGBTQ now can express themselves how they want without any repercussions. Yeah, those safe houses. I think. Yeah, I think that's a step.
It's good.
A step. It's good for the safe houses.
Yeah.
Any safe houses, any place unaenda. Kama any LGBTQ, any you can express yourself however you want without any repercussions. And I think that is good for a country where being an LGBTQ guy is punishable by death. But anyway, let's see how it will go.
Unataka kuniambia Muslims hakuna like kwenye like they feel naturally they want to be in the part of LGBTQ, but now they live a life that is not really them because they will be killed.
They have no choice. They have no choice, of course. They have no choice. Labda ukijisikia unataka LGBTQ na hama tu. But
na kama huna like in that position ya kuhama, that is the only home you have. No, maybe you live as a secret unless ikuwe hivyo. But
sasa hiyo itakuwa life ingine boring sana. Yani pia itakubamba pia. It's not a good life to live a fake life.
So do you think like LGBTQ is real? Like is it something that someone is born with? Ama is it something that people learn to do? Ama ni watu wanajiforce?
I think it's something you come to discover. It's like
within yourself.
Yeah, it's like a talent. It's like a talent.
A talent?
No, I'm not saying it's a talent.
It's
like a talent, something you are not born with, but you come to discover later that you like this thing.
Yeah.
So I think those emotions you just come to have them later. Unakujanga tu yani this how you feel. Unakuja tu unajipata tu. You like boys, you like girls, you like this. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's bad. It's good to express yourself how you feel.
Okay. For me, I think for US is real. Like those gays, those lesbians, those transgenders, those actually US imefika point yenye even if you're a man and you want to be a woman, you go and change.
Yeah,
you become a woman.
Yeah, na hakuna actions zenye inachukuliwa against you.
Kai.
Yeah, it's
US.
Yeah,
US can do anything.
Yeah, it's a free country. Ndio maana watu wengi wanaendanga huko.
Because you can just be you.
So just 30 million Kenya wameapply green card.
Waenda US.
Yeah, it's free.
Because huko kwanza kuna criticism. Huko kwanza people are saying like niko force. You know, being like a gay person, you're forcing yourself. Like hiyo ni kitu tu unajiforce.
Huko Kenya sasa wanasema niko force.
Yeah, wanasema una force. Like you're just pretending to be a certain way.
But is it true? Well, is it true?
For me it's not true. Like msana anawezaje pretend?
You can't
because the same US are the same people, like tulizaliwa the same, si ati tuko different. We were born the same.
Yeah,
so if a US person can have these feelings for the same gender, then a Kenyan person also can have the same feelings for the same gender.
Yeah, of course. Ufai kuona gay, alafu useme ana pretend kuko. You don't know the story behind this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's who they want to be. And being gay, by the way, who come out requires a lot of confidence.
Especially in a country where it's not legal, in a country where there's still a lot of critics, and you know the same there are people like Christians who don't believe in that, the Muslim community. And so
the African community, kwanza, I think it's more worse than the Muslim community.
Wow, it's worse.
The criticism you get from an African community is even worse than punishable by death.
It's worse. They will not kill you, but they will kill you emotionally.
Yeah.
They'll make you feel like you're so of a weird person, like you're a ghost or something.
They will make you feel like an outsider.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in real sense.
I don't know as a fukuzwa. You can be disowned, by the way, by parents. Sidhani there is African, sidhani kuna any African parent anaweza kubali. Atasema hizo ni mapepo.
Ni ngumu sana.
Parents will say it's demons you have.
Na ndio maana it will take time for us Kenya to accept this thing. Yeah, it will really take some years. It will take some time before it becomes fully legalized, by the way. Because
of the parents.
Yeah, it will take a whole new generation to clear all this thing up, na come free about it.
Yeah, and bring it as a normal thing. Because I think in this generation of ours, in some years to come, like 5 years, for us it won't be weird.
Yeah, it won't be weird for us.
It will be normal.
Yeah.
So when a child comes and tell you like, I'm interested in this same gender, like, utaipata weird.
Yeah,
maybe you don't like appreciate it, but hautakuwa na choice. This is your kid, but you won't have a choice then.
Yeah,
because, like, do you?
Yeah, because you will remember how because you remember how your parents used to block those freedoms from you, and how it felt. Na utakuwa nataka mtoto wako asikie the same thing. So even if my kids come and say to me that I'm gay, although you'll be a little bit bummed, but you'll have to accept that. Yeah, you'll have to accept that because it's who they are. It's who they are. Even though you are the one who created them, you're not the one who is in charge of them.
Yeah, you're not in charge of them.
Yeah,
and you're not in control of the decisions they make.
Of course.
Where's your block unless you disown them? And now I can imagine you disowning a kid.
You can't disown your own kid.
Yeah, because you're also sinning. Like, you just come to a point where you understand this kid.
So I would really like people to be more open, by the way. Yeah, to be more open, to be less judgmental.
Yeah, less judgmental.
To be less judgmental, these things.
Because kwanza Kenya, like, you find people saying like, ata heri like madem na madem kuliko like men. Like a man, how can you be gay?
Yeah, but then nimesikia kitu sana. They say it's better to be a lesbian than to be
a gay. So they prefer you being a lesbian than you boy being a gay.
I think it's the expectations that people have for men in this community, especially in Kenya. People have very high expectations of men. Kuna vitu zingine ukifanya kama mwanaume, they will be,
you're being judged.
Yeah, you'll be judged very harshly. And at sometimes unakuwa real, but the community does not see it that way. They see it as a fake life ama something that you want to force it to. Maybe unataka ku chase cloud kitu kama hiyo, but at that point you are being real, and it's not good.
Yeah, you're being who you are.
And you always have to do something. Just do something which you want other people to do to you. Yeah. Usijaji mtu kama pia utaki kujajiwa. Just let people live a free life. It's a free life, Malay. It's a modern world. Yeah,
it's a modern world. And ni vile tu like wanaiweka big deal, but if you look at the things other people do, which is apart from lesbianism and gayism, unapata those things are really worse than being an LGBTQ person.
Ni kama tu venye umesema, people will want to look for sins which are
comfortable.
Which they deem they are worse than their own sins. And that does not make any difference. A sin is a sin.
A sin is a sin. Because even if like you're a girl and a boy and you go fornicate before marriage, ni sin. People like normalize it. Like
people normalize it. It's a sin.
It's so normal, but it's a very, very big sin, by the way. So hata ilikuwa too real with who you are. Because if you grow and you're feeling this is how I should be, then be you. Be you. Don't kill yourself just because the society is saying this. Because trust me, in some years to come, LGBTQ will be real in Kenya. It will be legalized and it will be so normal. So ni wazazi tu wajitayarishe, especially the parents of this generation.
In years to come, it will be normal, but the journey won't be easy.
It won't be easy.
The journey won't be easy, by the way. Because even if we say our generation, it's like more lenient. There are some of those who are brought up by those parents, and they took those teachings to heart. So you will find there are those people who will not really want this thing to go on. It will be there, but it will not be easy. The journey will not be easy. So the only way to make it easy is just to accept people for who they are, without any judgment.
True. And you find like you find you're in a family of a Christian family, but you have this feeling that you want to be this kind of a person. This unaona mtu like ako caged.
Of course.
Ako caged.
Once you have a Christian and an African family, wow, you don't want to be there. You don't want to have those feelings when you're there. Hata hiyo confidence ya kuongea kwa na mzazi wako, you find it very difficult.
Ni kweli. And that is really sad. So I just pray that we can always like let people be.
Yeah.
Acheni God kazi yake. Let people like answer their cases with God, answer their cases with who they're supposed to answer them with. Stop being the judge.
Yeah.
Because if you look at your life, you're even worse than what other people are doing. So like stop judging other people, let people be them. If you feel something is so weird and so different and so wrong for a person to do, then mwache tu afanye. They will face their own repercussions.
Yeah.
Wewe usikue judge because you're even worse. No one is perfect. So you don't have, you are not in a position to really judge anyone.
There's no sin which is better than the other. All sins are the same.
Yeah, true. So that has been Gossip Hub for today. Thank you for being with us. Make sure you follow us at all our social media platforms at Romi TV Africa. I've been your host, Regina Samuel.
And that was your guy, Rico. See you tomorrow.
Same time, same place.
Peace out. Fanya wewe.
No, peace out.